Chris. I seen this on TikTok like a month. It was a quick second ago. I seen this on TikTok and Chris brought it up and I was like, oh yeah, that is dope. And it's basically just watch. Oh, shit, hold on. All right.
Uh-oh.
So
there we go. Okay, here we go. Can you see it?
Okay, I'll be back.
okay.
Hi.
So something really funny is about to happen.
I like how he said that.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's
What
making
is going
me
on?
ding dong get you in another way. Otherwise, I have to walk home.
Oh yeah.
So can I just pretend to ring it and then run?
How about we do something better?
Okay.
How about you ding dong ditch it and then you start running
You
and I'm
chase.
chasing you. Yeah. Okay. Just go now. Just go. No, you don't even have to.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
go. Just go. Go!
That's a cool dude. Because you know that kid was nervous because he's like,
fucking
why
dad.
don't we
he
do
was
something
shaking.
better? And that kid's probably like, oh God, I'm gonna
I'm
die
in trouble.
tonight. I'm gonna
Dude, that
get
is
my
such a
ass
dad
beat.
thing. That's a
Cool dad.
thing.
That's a cool
yeah.
dad thing.
That dude was swole. He looks like he could have like
He
just
looks like he
crushed
could have
that
just
kid.
like stuffed that guy in
Yeah.
his back pocket and took him
Right.
to the car and just been like, "Does this belong to you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like when
Like he had some fun with it.
I feel like we need more of that.
yes, no, I'm not gonna say parents that be their best friend with their child.
Right.
You
No.
can be that, but that's still a little weird. But at least have fun with them.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
don't
that
take.
was. I'm assuming that was a neighbor kid.
No,
it was like a neighbor kid
probably
or
one of
something
his-
just random.
I just love how he walked up and he was like, "All right, so
You know what I
something
think-
funny's about to happen."
You know what I think? It was probably his neighbor. It was probably his neighbor, and they got a really good relationship with his neighbor.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, go. Oh, you're gonna walk home, but you got to go do this for me. Just to,
Yeah.
you know how neighbors
Do
fuck
this
with
or
each
you're
other.
gonna walk home.
Yeah, right. And he was like, "Oh shit!" And he sees me, but
I love how he put his hand up too.
he was
he was like, "All right,
so
so
something's about to happen.
something funny's about to happen."
You can see how nervous that kid was.
Yeah, he was nervous as shit. I would have like, "Oh shit!"
I think he got caught red-handed. He
Yeah,
got
he
his
got
shit
yeah,
was
he,
about
he
to
got
get
caught
pushed
definitely
in.
got caught red-handed. He
Yeah.
was like, "All right, so here's the thing that's about to happen. This is what my buddy wants, or I have to walk home."
All right.
I just love the dad's reaction. He was like, "Why don't we do something better? Why don't we
Alright.
just like, all right, you take off, and then like I'll chase you, and
Mhm.
we'll make it seem
Like,
like it's a
did it,
Yeah.
But even that whole time, you got to be thinking what's going through that kid's head is when he's as soon as he hears the guy going, why don't we do something better? You take off and I chase you. Still sounds kind of threatening, like, oh fuck, this dude's going to run after me.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. But he's doing it to play along with the prank.
Right,
Like
right,
he
right.
was in with it. He's like, okay, cool, because he probably did shit like that when he was a kid. You
Right,
know?
right, on this- yeah.
He probably ding dong ditched and all that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like that's what separates like cool parents
Yeah.
from those.
They
who are just,
remember
Like
being
it's
a kid.
it's a pretty harmless prank. Let's be real. I
Yeah,
mean, granted,
understandable.
late at
But
night.
you would be surprised how many harmless pranks end up really bad.
Well,
though.
yeah. First off, it's kind of late at night. Looked like
Yeah,
in the
it could
video,
be
it was a
a
little
baby
darker.
in the house,
yeah,
something,
you could
yeah.
have dogs and like the baby sleeping. You don't want the dog waking up the kids. Whatever the case, or just you get that random like really fucked up dude who's like, you entered my property, stand my ground by. you know?
Right.
But it's a kid,
Exactly.
he saw it and he was like, it's kind of a harmless prank. Nobody's really getting hurt.
Mhm.
You're
No,
just
I mean, I
ringing a
agree.
doorbell. We have a doorbell to be rung. I mean, it's not like that would.
I
would
agree
be
with you, but like I said,
Yeah.
there's so many different ways that could have went.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Because you turn on the news. Like you don't even have to take my word.
I mean,
for
him
it.
walking out, who knows? If that kid would have been, had a knife on him or a gun, he
Right,
could have
right.
been like, oh shit, I got startled, and it's like, a harmless prank could have turned out somebody dying or getting hurt.
Right.
But it's cool that it didn't.
That's the world we live in now. But I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad he was just
I
like, he was like, I got one better.
Because if there was a more serious parent, he would, well, go. Who's your parents? I'm going to tell your parents that you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kill the whole
And
movie.
then
Just
that
like,
If he
bro,
was a,
I'm.
what do we call male Karens? If he was a Chad, do we call no?
No,
we don't call him
no.
Chad. What do we call him? Brads?
No, maybe Brad.
I said we go for
It doesn't
Brads.
ring like Karen. Karen rings.
Karen rings, but
Yeah.
Brad rings too because it's such a white boy name. This is the only thing I can think of.
All I've heard is boomer. They call him boomers
Boomer?
now. That's anybody who's
that's
older.
that's
the
old.
old
That's like
person,
old
yeah.
old people.
No, I don't know. Well,
do we
the
call
South
Let's just
Park,
say Chad.
on South Park, they called Randy Marsh Karen. They just called him Karen.
Yeah, but
They basically just called him Karen.
Karen works for females though.
Let's just say, yeah.
I think
Brad.
it's more
I think
insulting
Brad.
for
Like
the
I
guy.
like Brads. Like yeah, the Brads of the world.
What about
So-
Kevin?
Kevin's a good.
I have a
one, too.
buddy named Kevin. I'm gonna run it by and be like, "Can we start calling people Kevin?" So he'll be like, "I think so."
Stop being a Kevin.
Well, you got Karen and
He'll be like,
Kevin.
wait, what do you think of me?
All right.
Wow, I love that dude.
I like Brad better. I don't know why. Brad
Yeah.
just rings.
Because
But he could have been a male Karen.
Yeah, he'd be like, bro,
Brad
no.
type.
Yeah, where's your parents? No.
They'd be like, where's your parents? No, we're taking you back home. You have no reason to be out here doing this and that. Now I'm calling the cops or stand your
You're
ground.
trespassing. Yeah. Get off my.
No, it's actually really cool to see stuff like that because we don't get to see it often.
Yeah. I feel like those people are majority. I'm not gonna say all the time. Majority of those people are kind of in tune with like, hey, I remember I used to, I used to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Light bags of dog shit on fire and throw them on someone's porch, ring the doorbell. At least the kid was just like, I'm just gonna ring it and run.
Right. So he was like, you know what?
What's weird is when people ring my doorbell, I don't even I don't walk to the door. I check my little screen because I have this little thing and it like tells me what just happened.
Yeah.
Or who's there.
Well, I'm assuming that's what happened.
And if I see somebody take off, I wouldn't even answer it. I'd be like, oh, I'm not even gonna give you the satisfaction.
Yeah, I'm getting a Ring doorbell soon.
Yeah.
I had a bad dream and I was like, okay.
What was your dream? Well,
the dream was so I do this thing sometime where I'm still sleeping, but I'm up. I'm up, but I'm not all there.
It's like you're not in REM sleep.
Right.
You're just kind of on the cusp.
I'm just like on autopilot right now. I had a dream that someone was banging on our door in the middle of the night, and then he was like, hey, someone's banging on the door. And you see videos all the time where people with masks come up and they ring your door, knock on your door. And I was in that moment and I was just like, oh, open the door, and they just barged in. Now I woke up, I was like, that's some shit that could probably happen. So I was like, I probably should get a ring somewhere where I could look at it and be like, who the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just opening the door because you don't know who the fuck.
No, that's
dude.
Fair.
We were living in our old apartment. I had somebody come knock at the door like 2 a.m. And my roommate worked midnights and shit. So I was like, could it be somebody coming to see him and didn't know he was off? But I go out. I'm like, somebody's knocking on my door at 2 a.m. And I walk out there and I'm like, look through the peephole. And of course, because of COVID, like they had a mask on, But I was like, I don't recognize anything. Like, there's no feature of this person that I'm like, oh, it looks like so and so. But even still, it's like 2 a.m. Anybody who would be coming over or is in like an emergency would probably call. Right. Be like, dude, I have to come over. I need somewhere to go. And so I was like, who's knocking on my door at 2 a.m.? And I waited a while and I was like, this is weird too because we were like the third building in. Like if you turn off the road and come into our apartment complex, we were like the third building, I think, down. And we're on the second floor. So I'm like, this isn't just like my car broke down and I just randomly picked your apartment. Like who goes 3 buildings in, goes to the second floor and knocks on a door? I was like,
they came to your house.
Out of the 4 doors up here, you knocked on mine. And after a little bit, they went away. And I was like, how much you want to bet it was like a late night booty call and I got the wrong number? Went to the wrong door. Like, you can open up. Like,
that's possible.
I'm horny.
Right. Like, you should have opened it and be like, how can I help?
Well,
like, draws and everything.
Because what if it was somebody there to like rob you or something?
Like, that's what I thought. I was like, dude, I can't see your face.
You don't know.
Yeah, I can't see your face.
And it's a big risk trying to open the door because you don't know what that person's going to do.
I know.
So it's like.
That's why I don't open my door. That's what I was
saying. A Ring camera, not this week, next week.
But mine came with like a tablet. So I have a tablet attached to my wall. I can put my whole house on lockdown. It's a whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah, but like yeah, I have it for, because people are crazy.
Yeah.
And zombies. I think that's still possible.
That's a big problem in the DFW.
It is. Zombies. Those damn meth heads. I think that the problem with me is like, I don't trust anyone. So even when people come to my door, I don't care if it's UPS. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Leave my package and get the fuck out.
I'm delivering your package?
Well, we have a sign, because we have a sign on the door. It's like, don't knock, don't ring the doorbell, don't even bother us. Just fucking leave.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't trust nobody because things have gotten so out of hand nowadays. It's like it's hard to trust anyone, even UPS drivers and fucking FedEx or Amazon, whatever. They're losing their shit. Mm-hmm. Like you can't even trust Uber. Like there's so much shit going on with that. There's
yeah. So that was kind of the reason why.
But that situation, I could see myself if I saw a teenager come into the house, like he looked really non-threatening. I'm not trying to say anything mean.
Right.
That the kid looked like he was just a kid. Like, I would have assumed it was for one of the kids.
Right. Yeah. I would have let him ring it. Go ahead, ring it. Now go.
Not me, because I got the baby at the house. So I would have been the same thing as him. He probably could have had a kid.
That's why he was like,
nah,
don't ring it.
Don't ring it, just go. And then like as soon as he took off running. That's pretty awesome. Cool, I thought it was an awesome little video.
It was.
Because it could literally, like you said, it could have been, what the fuck? Get out of here. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling the police. Or,
then his friends are going to be like, that dude chased your ass down the street. He's going to be like, yeah, I told that old man off.
Right.
He'll fuck himself while I was running. You know?
He was like, yeah, I'm totally cool now.
You just stop halfway in your yard. Don't come back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
That's cool, dude. Cool dad.
Yeah.
I wish my fucking dad. Well, no, I'm not going to get
like I said, you had a chance to be an asshole, and you saw kids just being kids, and you said,
yeah,
I'm going to play along with it, let you guys have a little fun.
That's the thing I hate about nowadays is kids aren't allowed to be kids anymore. Like we can't kids can't just go out and cause kids. Little mischief and be like, don't do that.
To some extent, it's like, to what degree of mischief are they causing? Again, ringing a doorbell isn't really harming anything or hurting anybody.
If it's on the line of ringing a doorbell or throwing like what's that shit? Silly string or spraying people with silly string, shit like that. Go ahead. But like when it comes to like damage and shit, that's why I'm like, okay, hold on now, because you young enough where you don't have a job to pay for this. So who the fuck's paying?
Yeah,
for
that's
this?
True.
So
yeah, I don't know. It sucks being old.
But
then you see young kids doing young shit, and you're like, "Stop doing that!" But then you think in the back of your head, like, "I did that. Why would I even say that?"
I do this. I do this right now with Shanae. She'll do something, and I'll be like, "Shanae, look, this isn't the smartest thing." And I catch myself. I'm like, "Wait a minute, I did the same thing, but I learned from doing that." So and Denise will be like, "Don't do it, don't do it." And I'll just be like, "No, let her do it because she's gotta learn."
Right.
Now, when she gets my age, she's gonna be like, "Damn, that was fucking stupid." But you know what I'm saying? It's better to learn it from experience than hear some dude just nagging her. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But
I think that's different because you don't want to be a micromanager, but then at the same time, you don't want to just.
But her stuff is not like crazy
detrimental to her.
Yeah, it's not gonna get her killed or anything. It's just like
crazy shit.
Teenage. Oh, I'm young. Doing stuff like going out with her friends, being out late, skipping to work just to go chill with her friends. I'm like, look, cool, you can do that, but like, hey, it's really fucking dumb. But
ding dong ditching.
I thought ding dong ditching was
driving around egging houses.
Let's see, that was no, I never did. We didn't have enough money to buy eggs, so unless we stole them.
That's what we did. Halloween, we would steal eggs.
Oh, damn.
Yep, and that's how we egged houses.
Damn, that's
many moons ago.
Damn. I'd be pissed though. What the fuck?
28
eggs really stain the shit out of stuff. Like the yolk and it.
Luckily,
shit.
luckily I haven't had my house egged, but I can only imagine how hard that shit is to spray off of stuff.
Yeah, especially if it dries. Shit. So apparently, everybody knows that Elon Musk took over Twitter and
turned it upside down.
Yeah, he
set it on fire and made it awesome.
Right, and he fired not all, but a lot of their employees. And you would think Elon Musk, a multi-billionaire, that owns Tesla, he's really professional about it. Well, apparently not. So this is basically what happened.
So I know there's been a bunch of news this week where people were saying that Elon was going to fire half the company, but I didn't think it was real. And then today I got fired out of nowhere, and I want to show you how I got fired because it's pretty ridiculous. I've worked at Twitter for over 5 years. I'm an engineer, and I was not fired on a phone call. I was not fired at an in-person meeting. I wasn't even fired over text message. No, I was fired over email. And I'm going to show you the email that.
And you would think, email. Okay, you think that'd be really professional? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, they told me this. All right, cool. Let's see.
The new HR director, or whatever the hell she is, sent me this morning, letting me know I was fired. So here's the email that Hannah sent me.
He's like, this is real.
And it literally says, "Time to leave the nest. You're fired."
Oh,
that's
shit.
Fucked up. Yeah. That's so. You know how pissed I would be.
You have to be the first employee in the history of working to be fired over a meme.
Yeah, he fired you through meme.
Yeah.
He fired
Well, she did. Whoever the HR
Still,
said, Hannah.
I'm pretty sure he.
Hannah used
Because think about it. I'm pretty sure he was like, "Hey, we're gonna fire all these people, but you guys got to do it through a meme." And they were like, "What are you talking about?" Use that meme right there.
That is the funniest.
That's fun.
The way he's all laughing.
Yeah, all of them are just laughing.
That's fucking crazy.
That's funny.
I've been fired 1,000 ways. I think that this would be my favorite one if it was me. I'd be like, this is great.
I'd be pissed if it was me because that's, bro, really? That's how you going to show that that you appreciate me? You going to fire me like that? At least, you know what I'm saying, have the decency to be like, hey, look, we're going to walk you out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to talk to you face to face.
Right. I get the walk of shame and me walking back to my desk, clearing out all my shit. No, they was just like, nah.
Nope, you don't get none of that. What you get is a meme.
Right.
See, she just tells me that my email access is going away at 6 p.m. today, and then attaches a meme of Elon saying,
it's fun because it's not me. I'm pissed, but...
So I got this.
Hey, look, he laughed.
I was like, this is a fun Elon thing he's going to tweet about later. And she was like, oh, no, you're fired.
Comical.
And I talked to some of my friends
said this
that
had
got
to be a
fired,
joke.
and they got the
No,
same
you're fired.
email, although some of the text on their memes was a little different, I guess. But yeah, this is a huge surprise because I've been working there for over 5 years.
Because it's Twitter. Oh, that's so funny.
Build Twitter. I'm an engineer. I helped build the.
So he's trying to get another job. He's like, well, if you're hiring.
Everybody's hiring.
That shows you one of Elon's tweets every time you open the app. So I thought, maybe my job would be safe. And before that, I worked on Vine, which Elon talked about bringing back. So I thought, even if you did fire people, I thought it'd be okay.
Oh, shit. That's fucking hilarious.
That is hilarious. He said,
time to leave the nest.
I'd have been like, what? Nah, that's funny.
That's too funny.
Like I said, if it was me, I'd be pissed. But well, because I would, if someone gave me the choice to quit through meme, I probably would. Hey, when you coming back? I ain't. And then me showing like the LeBron meme where it's like me just getting up and walking out with my glasses. And
so I have a question, and it's something I mulled over for a long time. Like, if you quit a job, do you give them a 2 weeks notice?
No.
It's probably good. Do you? Do you give a 2 weeks notice if you quit?
It's been a long time since I've worked for anybody. I'd have to give a 2 weeks notice too.
Well, get used to it because now you're one of us.
Yeah.
You're no longer Dwight.
No, if I were going to leave, yeah, I would.
Really? Would?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, for one, I've heard stories like when you're working like where I'm at TRA. I mean, it's not so serious because we have a lot of other people that could just take over. But there was a story of these two guys. They worked at one of a smaller plant, not for TRA, but like they worked at a smaller water treatment facility, and they like just both up and walked out, and they were prosecuted for it because they're public works employees, and they left an essential process unmanned, basically. And it's like you could actually get in trouble for that.
Now, my question is this, and this is to both
would,
of you.
Yeah.
Do you think that if you're being fired, you should get a 2 weeks notice?
Yes.
I would say that would be nice.
Yeah. I say yes.
Well, my thing
because it gives you a time.
Like, why would you put in a 2 weeks notice? If you get fired, you're not getting no 2 weeks to know.
Yeah, no, they want you out there now.
They want you out of there immediately.
And I'm pretty sure they know way before 2 weeks that they're going to fire me. Unless it's something like that popped up now. Like I was in a wreck and I killed somebody 2 days ago. Then I'm like, okay, look, we got to fire you. But if it's like something like attendance, they know about attendance. They know, you know what I'm saying? Or not harassment. If you got like a little investigation they're doing.
Or an OnlyFans account.
Or OnlyFans. They, you know what I'm saying? They know a week before they physically fire. Okay, we're going to fire him.
Yeah, but my thing is like they're not going to give you a 2 weeks notice when you're getting fired, even though they probably know in advance. Like, yeah, this guy's on his way out the door. Why would you give a 2 weeks notice when you're leaving?
Oh, that's why I don't. Bye.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way.
Yeah,
I've only given a 2 weeks notice to like 2 companies, and I never went back to work for either one.
I've never done it. My first job I ever quit, it was about a wage. I was supposed to get a $3 bump. I was making $10 an hour to be a event lead for Corky's Barbecue. And damn, I shouldn't have said their name, but whatever.
You could bleep it out if you want.
Yeah, probably. They wouldn't give me my $3, so I was supposed to show up for to do an event, and I wasn't feeling good, and I already was like, bro, I'm probably gonna quit because I'm doing too much and not getting paid. And 13 at the time is still way too low, but still, I wanted my 13. I was getting paid 10. I want my 13. They was not trying to give it to me, and I was already like, okay, I'm gonna quit. I woke up, was like, damn, I'm not feeling that good. I'm not gonna be able to make it to my shift because I was event lead for an event. It was a small event, but I was event lead. And I called him. I was like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Well, you need to go to the doctors and get a doctor's note. And I was just like, you know what? I'm already out the door. I'm about to quit. So I literally called her back later. You know what? I'm not going to the doctor. I quit and hung up. She called me back. Well, can you at least come work this then quick? I was like, nah, I ain't feeling up to it. And I hung up, and that was it. I was just like, nah, fuck you.
Yeah. That's kind of a petty reason to leave, though. Well, I get it. I mean, they wouldn't give you your money.
So I was already working a second job. I was working at Kroger's.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to.
I was working
$10 an hour to work 7.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I was doing overnights at Kroger's, and then in the mornings I would run a few events, and then that was it. And I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I don't need this. I could find something else.
What's the pettiest thing you've ever done on a job?
Pettiest thing?
Yeah. Obviously, you haven't fired anybody through a meme.
Pettiest thing. I didn't made one of my coworkers. I was coming back from an event, and one of my coworkers like, hey, Fred, hey, look, I had to run. I got I put, because how we did it is everything was on racks. Everything was sorted through racks. Hey, I just got back. I cleaned my dishes off my rack. Can you at least put the rack up? You know what I'm saying? Can you put my rack up? And I was like, hey, yeah, no, I fuck with you, my boy. Yeah, I got you. I get back. It's like 11 o'clock. It's a late event. It's like 3 of us. I let them go, my actual servers go. So it's just me there. I go up there. It's a full rack of dirty shit. And I was like, okay. So I didn't even wash my shit. I pushed my rack right next to his and dipped. I dipped. The next day they came back. My supervisor, let's just call him Craig. My supervisor, Craig, calls me. I don't even have to work today. My supervisor called me. Hey, bro, who the fuck racks is these? I said, I had to run. Let's just say his name is Mark. Mark said he was going to get me on the racks. I had to leave early. Oh, okay. He calls Mark. Mark said, flip-flopped it. And I was like, man, I'll come up there and do it. Didn't even do it. I didn't even do it. He ended up doing it, but he was pissed. I was just like, nah, bro. You got me fucked up. It was petty that I put my shit with his, basically. That was the petty thing. Because, nigga, I could have just did my rack and dipped. Nah, I ain't even do that. I was like, all right, bet. I got you. You gonna do me like that? Bet, I got you. I'm going to do this. And he looked, that dude.
It's pretty petty. I'll give you that much.
And that dude ended up getting fired because he came to work drunk one day.
Oh, okay.
He came in and was like, yeah. We're like, we got an event in like an hour. You good? Yeah, man, I was doing some drinking. And they were just like, yeah, go ahead and get out of here, my boy. Yeah, you're fired. And I was just like, damn, that sucks. Because he was actually a good server. I mean, not good server, a good event lead. He was actually cool. But yeah.
Not cool enough to do his own dishes.
Right. Well, what was the pettiest thing you ever did at work?
Ooh, that's a tough one because I've done a lot of petty shit at work. I remember the pettiest. Yeah, it's probably got me in trouble actually, but it was hilarious. I had 3. All right, so we had. I'm not gonna say the company, but we had a big boss. I had my supervisor, my lead, and then we had 4 other department supervisors there. I went to the back, and this is during inventory week. Okay, because I can't say what, when, where, and how. Okay, I can't give you any details. I can only tell you what happened.
Right.
We get to the back, and we realized how bad the inventory really is. So stocks are short because of theft, and one department, I'm trying to say this in PC way, one department didn't have anything that they were supposed to have together. So the department lead was asking for my help. So I was like, I'll help you, no problem. Okay. So the store manager pulls me to the side and he goes, here's what I need you to do. I need you to leave your department, your station, whatever you're doing. And I need you to go over here and deal with this, department issue. And there was two of them. Well, the supervisor that I hated and I could not stand, his department was in deep trouble because they didn't do anything they were supposed to do. And then, mind you, these are the three departments that are under him.
Right.
There's there's 8 departments total. 3 were under him. 3 were under another department lead, and then or another supervisor, and then the other 2 just had leads. Right. 7, 8. No, I'm sorry. 3, 6, 7, 8. No, it's 9. I'm sorry, 9, because there's another 3, and they didn't have a supervisor for that, so they only had a lead.
Right.
So I helped out the one that I liked. The dude that I liked was cool. I helped him out. We got everything solid. Everything was situated. Because I was always like a fixer guy. I fixed everything. I fixed all the issues.
I think, yeah. Cool.
We get to him, and I told him, I was like, because he goes, this is what he told me. He says, hey, man, I'm going on break in about 45 minutes. When I come back, you think you can have this done? And I was like, yeah, I got you. I don't even like this dude. So what I do, as soon as he go on break, I went to lunch.
What the hell?
Corporate came back there.
Oh, shit.
And they found all the inconsistencies, every one of them. So when he gets back from his break, which was his time to drink, when he came back, he was looking around. He was like, "Oh, well, so and so was supposed to fix this. Like we had this going on." He was like, "No, this was supposed to be fixed like months ago. Like you didn't do anything you were supposed to do."
Damn.
So when he got ringed, and I mean he got ringed out by corporate, it was bad, right? I came back from lunch, was like, dude, like I don't know shit, what's going on. So the HR the HR lady from corporate and the guy from loss prevention came to me.
Oh shit.
And they were like, hey, so what's going on with this particular issue? It's so hard to tell you this without giving details. But he was like, so what's going on with this particular issue? And I was like, I don't know nothing about it.
What'd they do?
He ended up getting transferred.
Damn.
He got transferred and demoted.
Damn. Oh yeah, that's some petty shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
because the way he did it was like he was the type of dude that ran it like a tyrant. Like when I say go and you're not going, like you have to do what I say.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, all right, bet. So as soon as I got the opportunity to throw him under the bus, I did it.
I
immediately.
did. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. That's petty.
That's probably the pettiest thing I've done. But I do know I got fired for attendance because I had showed up late. And then I called out. I called out for like 2 days in a row because some shit happened, and then I showed up late, and then they fired me for attendance. But the store manager liked me all the way up to that point, and when she saw what I did, she was like, "Oh," because that was her people's.
Oh, okay.
Like they all came up the ladder together. Okay. So when I threw her people under the bus, she threw me under the bus and was like, "Yeah, you got to go." And I was like, "All right, that's cool," because I had some shit lined up anyway.
All right. Damn.
But I remember we had the conversation. He goes, he came up to me and he was like, yeah, you really screwed me on that one. He's like, yeah, you really got me on that one. And I was like, the same way you screwed everybody else up here.
Yeah. Don't be
I was like, the same way you've thrown everybody under the bus to get to where you're at. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was probably the pettiest thing I've ever done. But I think it was probably my greatest achievement in my work history.
Yeah.
Because he ended up getting screwed. I don't even think he works for that company anymore. They probably figured out how he operates.
No, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I would say that's my.
Mine isn't funny. Mine is just like
no, I think yours is funny. It's like it's the same basis. It's just not with the higher up.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have did like cleaned his shit up, but it was just like, damn, it's late. I'm bringing my shit up here to be clean.
Right.
And you said it was just a few. Put your stuff up. It's already clean. Your whole rack still shrink wrapped. Like you ain't even touched it. You pushed that bitch up there.
Yeah.
So I was just like, nah.
Yeah. So fuck that.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
I was gonna call him like, hey, where the clean dishes on here? But
I've done some really petty shit on a job before. Yeah. I had a lady that was cussing out one of my employees. because she was too short to reach, and the lady had to go get a ladder, and she was like, "Well, you guys need, Karen, you guys need to be more prepared for this," and I was like, "Hey, I'll get it for you," and so I reached up there and I popped it and I let it go, and it fell right in front of her and it broke, and I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Dang," and I was like, "That's our last one too. Oh man, let me go inventory this," and I picked it up. And I walked out the door, like I walked off with it, and then she came back and she was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, that's our last one."
Oh, that was petty.
Yeah.
That's fun. But no, I ain't gonna say that was petty, but that's
it was petty. It was petty because I could have got it.
Yeah, it could have just looked.
Yeah, but I was just like, nah, we gonna go ahead and RTV this one.
Right.
Let's return the vendor. We're gonna let this one go.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, this one goes back to the.
I think that was deserved, especially if she being a Karen. Come on, all right, bet.
And so she went and told my store manager, and I was like, "Look, I tried to grab it, it broke. I probably should have waited.
Right.
I took full responsibility. Nothing happened.
Yeah, because in that case, how can you prove your intention of being a dick on purpose?
Yeah, I know.
To you, hey, I grabbed it, it slipped and fell.
Look, I'm a comedian. I'm a professional asshole.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That is my job. My job is to make everybody laugh at your expense.
Right.
If you think for a second I'm not like that in real life, then you don't know me very well. So anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's probably my pettiest thing. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down on the bottom below. Also, if you're new, make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime new videos upload.
And also, don't forget to hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. And for exclusive content, we also have a website, which will be in the description below.
Yep.
All right.
All right, we're out of here.
Peace.